Beginning construction in 2019, the Parramatta Light Rail is a new light rail line from Westmead to Carlingford using the old Carlingford rail line that was closed in early 2020. And today, they have started the brand new testing of the new trams, the CAF OBOS 100s, on the Parramatta Light Rail line. So in this video, we will take a detailed look at the trams and how they test, what their speeds are, and what they do when they stop at the stations, including a bit of an interior look at the train, thanks to Paul at Transport Vlog. We first start off at the new Rydalmere light rail stop, located in the former location of Rydalmere train station, which I'll show a photo on the screen just now. That station closed in 2020, and beginning in 2020, the light rail line was constructed, although due to COVID-19, the construction of the light rail project was delayed into 2024. One thing you'll notice in the duration of this video is that cycleways are quite common along this new Parramatta Light Rail section between Rydalmere and Carlingford. Now, for what I guess most of you are here for, is the Parramatta Light Rail tram testing. So what I'll be doing is I'll be filming at each of the stations along the Carlingford section of the line between Rydalmere and Carlingford. I'll aim to film around 2 to 4 trams per stop. I also take a detailed look at each station and give an explanation of each light rail station and any interesting features. So here is some of the testing at Rydalmere, then we will move on to Dundas. That was set number 2166, not to be mistaken by the 6 at the front, as I have realised that the trams start with a 6 instead of a 0 or 1 as the trams do on the Dulwich Hill line. You'll notice that the trams have to sound their horn each time they approach a tram station, which you will see several times in this video. Notice how, like I said before, that the set number at the top right of the door is 2162, and the set number on the front of the tram is only number 2. Upon waiting for trams, I was able to take a better look at the guardrail along with the cycle tunnel and the cycleway in the direction of Dundas and Carlingford. Once the tall fence finishes, you get a pretty good look down towards Dundas Light Rail Stop. One thing to also note is that there is accessible parking at this light rail stop. Whilst we were on our way to Dundas, we also spotted another tram heading southbound. We have now made it to Dundas light rail stop. With a L lollipop sign out the front and the usual information screen, we then head down to what is actually the old restored building from Dundas railway station. This building, from what I believe, burnt down in 2006, or at least sustained serious damage after a building fire. For more information, please click the top right of the screen to check that out on Wikipedia. This building was then restored during the construction work of the Parramatta light rail and will now sit here today when the light rail begins service later this year. This is the cycleway and tram tracks in the direction of Telopea light rail stop, which we'll be heading to next. For this tram, we'll have two shots, one from the southbound end and one from the northbound end. And here is the northbound angle. Now for the tram headed southbound, which will only have a shot from the northbound direction this time. Now time for a look down in the northbound direction of Dundas light rail stop. And in the southbound direction. We've now made our way to Telopea light rail stop, following after Dundas. This would be by far my favourite light rail stop, which you'll find out shortly. Here is a tram departing from the stop as we got there. Sustaining its former name, Telopea light rail stop is located in between Carlingford and Dundas. One of my favourite parts about Telopea Light Rail Stop is the easy access to the shops and restaurants. And here comes the first tram. Notice how the front hatch, which is normally in place of where the coupler is, has been removed. Let me know in the comments if you might know what this means. This tram's got a bit of a wait at Telopea, so let's take a look at the exterior of the tram. Now, by surprise, another tram appeared right around the corner.
TsetsTransport.
After meeting some lovely staff at Telopea Light Rail Station and also asking for a cameo in the video. You can be famous if you want to be in the video. Here we go. Alright, you made it into the video. Massive shout out to the staff working at Telopea Light Rail Station. We have now made it to the final stop on the Parramatta Light Rail line, Carlingford, which I must say looks a lot like the old Carlingford train station, which I'll show up on the screen just now. There are then two platforms at the light rail station, which then form into one to go underneath the bridge, which then form back into two to head towards Telopea. As you can see, it seems as if a tram has already beat us to Carlingford Light Rail Station, so it's now time to take a look at it departing and how it leaves Carlingford Station. Just be aware that the footage does get a little shaky from here on, and I did forget to turn on my action mode on my phone. It then goes over the junctions and continues on to Telopea. And as you can see, another cycleway was incorporated into the old site of Carlingford train station, now known as Carlingford Light Rail Station. One thing to also note is that trams are only running between the maintenance centre at Rosehill Racecourse and between Carlingford. Tram testing does occur on the CBD section up to Westmead, but that only happens at night time at the moment. It does seem that the trams do rotate between platforms at Carlingford between the tram testing. We are now going to take a look at what exactly it looks like on the inside of these trams. Thank you to Paul at Transport Vlog for providing me with his footage of the interior of the trams. You can watch the full video on the top right of the screen.
And the doors will close automatically after a few seconds.
Thankfully, I was lucky enough to be able to get the doors opening and closing from the exterior of the tram.
These vehicles are air conditioned as you would expect, with some windows that can be opened in the event of a power or aircon failure. Time for a look in the cab. These are the CCTV monitors to check platforms before departing, and I reckon the cameras are on each side of the cab.
After a long day of filming, it's now time to grab some lunch, and if you know me well, then you know that if I'm filming tram testing, then I still need to see it when I'm eating my lunch. And thankfully, back at Telopea Light Rail Station, there is a lovely cafe which we had some lunch at then. Here is a couple shots of the trams from the table outside. And shout out to the cafe, they had a beautiful milkshake. And once again a tram from the other direction. Now for some reason the tram actually suddenly stopped, so let me know in the comments if you might know what that means. It is now time to wrap up this video. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and let me know what you think about the Parramatta Light Rail project and when you think it might open. Massive thanks to everyone's photos and videos that I used in this video. Full credit goes out to them. Also massive shout out to the staff at Telopea Light Rail Station. Anyways everybody, that is it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, please consider subscribing and leaving any video suggestions in the comments below. If you're keen on seeing more unreleased content, then please head over to my channel memberships section where you can join for as small as $1.49 a month. Anyways, that is all for this video. Thank you all for watching and have a great Easter.